guys, it's me again. Where's Miss Sarmiento? Anyway, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the gentleman I met in Publix yesterday. A shout out to Azalea Middle School, and his little shorty was with him. And let's see, the gentleman from Admiral Farragut buying flowers for his mother. Nice job. Also a shout out, guys, we made it all the way across the nation. Tina Sarmiento out in Washington, good morning. And of course, a shout out to my peeps at, where you are. Love you guys. I never imagined 131 subscribers. Anyway, have a message for you today. I was thinking about you guys, and you always complain about, I don't like this teacher, I don't like that teacher, and we all have teachers that we just don't like. And so I have a story, because it's story time, Andrew. I like that. It's story time. So let me tell you about when I was in school. So when I was in 4th grade, I had this teacher, Miss Rutherford, and she was tough. She gave us a research project, and we were moving to Puerto Rico, so I wanted to do some research on Puerto Rico because I was like, okay, cool. So I did this research project, and I had a beautiful display. It had tropical beaches. It had the culture of Puerto Rico. It had the rainforest in Puerto Rico. It was just a beautiful presentation. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything so beautiful in my life. So I go up, and I'm nervous and I'm shy, and I got to talk in front of my classmates, and public speaking is not my thing. So I get up there with my little project, and I'm standing there at the front of the classroom. Miss Rutherford is looking down, writing notes, and she's not paying any attention to me. But in my nerves, I just started talking, and she stopped. She looked up at me, and she threw an eraser at me. She threw an eraser at me and told me to sit down. No, wait, hold on. She told me to throw my project in the trash can because it was trash anyway, and to sit down. So I threw my beautiful project in the trash can, and I went back to my seat and sat down. Months later, oh, there's a helicopter going by, real life stuff here. So then the helicopter went by. Well, then a couple months later, I was in class talking to a classmate, and we were sitting in rows, right? Back in my day, we sat in rows. So I was, I hope you can hear me over that helicopter, but anyway, sitting in rows, and I was in class, and I was talking to my classmate, and she walks by, and she pops me on the head with her spelling book. Big, thick teacher's edition, right? Pops me in the head with a spelling book. I go home, and I'm like, Mom, I have the worst headache. You want to know what happened today? And my mom, of course, I got photo bombers. Anyway, my mom says, yeah, what happened? I said, well, Miss Rutherford hit me in the head with a spelling book, and now I have this terrific headache. And she said, well, what were you doing? And I said, well, I was talking to my classmate. And my mom said, well, what was Miss Rutherford doing? And I said, well, she was giving us our spelling words to write down. And my mom said, well, I guess you won't talk while she's talking anymore. I said, I guess I won't. So, my mom gave me some aspirin, sent me to bed with a wet washcloth on my head. Okay? So let's travel forward to 7th grade. 7th grade, I met Mr. Beal, the worst math teacher in history. Every day we would come into his class, and he would sit at his desk reading a newspaper with his foot up on the desk. And he would just point to the chalkboard, and we were supposed to do that lesson for the day. And he never, ever would help us. We just always dreaded going into the classroom because it was a very dark, like a dark cloud hung over his classroom every day. It was like every time you walked through the door, your life was just being sucked out of you. And nobody talked in that class. We all were like in death fear. We were not the ones. You would have 10 minutes to write down the questions, solve the problem, and then get selected to go solve the problem in front of the board in front of your classmates. But this is the way he rewarded us. You got it wrong, he called us terrible names. He called us meatheads and vegetables. And if you don't know what a vegetable is, it's a slang term, negative connotation for someone who is brain dead. So he would call us names. Then if you got the answer right, he would just say, well, it's about time. So, yeah, not a whole lot from him that year. So then, the same year, my middle school year, I ran track cross country, and I remember Coach Wright. He was tough. He was a tough old man. He was always eating Snicker bars. And whenever he would talk to you, he would spray. But when he was really mad, he would really spray Snicker bars all over you. So one day, I'm out there, and I was like, Star track country, cross country. So I was running. Last lap, I fall down. I got a hamstring pull. Coach Wright ran out there. I've never seen the man move so fast. He ran out there. He said, "You get up. You get up right now. Get up right now. You never quit and you never let anybody see you down. Get up." I was like, dang, man, I'm hurt. I can't get up right now. I'm really hurt. But you know what? He was spraying the Snickers bar all over me. I had to get up. I had no choice. I got up. I limped across the finish line, last place. But let me tell you what I learned from those 3 teachers. Miss Rutherford, I learned patience. I shouldn't have gone. I should have waited for her. She taught me patience. She taught me a skill that is powerful and that I'm going to need for the rest of my life. She taught me to own my mess. When I make a mistake, talking in her class, there was a consequence. I got to own my mess. I messed up. It's mine. Mr. Beal, 7th grade math teacher, he didn't teach me a whole lot of math. I struggled with math, but he taught me motivation. He taught me that if I want to go out and get something, if I want my education, and if the teacher's not giving it to me, whose responsibility is it? Is it his? Yeah, it is. But if he's not going to take responsibility, I have to. So I had to go and get tutoring. I had to get that, and I wasn't doing it for him. I was doing it for me. And then Coach Wright, I think y'all know what I learned from him. He taught me perseverance, determination. Oh, here comes a car. Going by. Hope you can still hear me. So anyway, he taught me determination, perseverance. Don't ever give up. Don't ever. When it gets hard, you got to keep going. You don't give up. You don't let people see you down. You get up. Yeah, I finished last place, but look at the lesson he taught me that day. So we may not like all our teachers. That's just the roll of the dice. Sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them, but you always got to respect them. And believe me, you may not learn something academic, but you're going to learn a huge life lesson, even from the ones we don't like. All right? All right, you got this. I love you guys. Bye.